To invite moderator Dr. Anurag Agarwal, ISSP Secretary, to kindly grace the dais and lead this section.
Thank you, Bachcho, for the kind introduction, and thank you, organizing team of ISSPCon Hyderabad. There is a one change. Dr. Devan Singh couldn't make it to the conference this time. He hails from Lucknow, my same place. But we have got wonderful replacement, which would have been otherwise addition agar Dr. Devan bhi hote, Dr. Amarnath Reddy. So his photo is not there, but you will meet him in a short. So I request first of all Dr. Manjari Ranade to join, Dr. P.K. Nishad. आई विल एक एक करके मैं बुलाऊंगा तो उसके बाद में प्लीज बताना. डॉक्टर मंजरी रानाडे. ओके. सो यस. सो इधर नहीं आ रहा यार, यहाँ पे चेंज. अच्छा वहीं पे आएगा. तो शी इज डायरेक्टर ऑफ पलाश पेन एंड पैलेटिव केयर सेंटर एट मुंबई एंड शी इज कंसल्टेंट ऑफ जुपिटर हॉस्पिटल एंड मल्टीपल अदर हॉस्पिटल. ये मुंबई वाले बहुत सारी जगह काम कर पाते हैं, पता नहीं कैसे मुझे. तो शी इज ऑलवेज सो एक्टिव एंड dedicated to the cause of pain medicine as well as the Indian Society for Study of Pain, and she is also a legal luminary, one of very few, I believe, or perhaps the only one in our society. So I welcome you, Dr. Manjari. Second, I call upon Dr. P.K. Nishad. Nishad has done multiple courses. After MD, he did actually PDCC, postdoctoral certificate course from Varanasi. My alumnus place as well under Dr. Professor Rastogi Sahab. The living legend of ISSP, the founder secretary of ISSP, and who first envisaged the formal training of pain medicine in India by starting the PDCC pain medicine at BHU Varanasi. And currently, he is Dr. Nishad is the owner of Cortex Spine and Pain Care at Kochi. Nishad, huh? Calicut, Kerala. So welcome, Nishad. Then I call upon Dr. Amarnath Reddy B. He has also done his MD anesthesiology and then followed up with the fellowship in chronic pain from Canada. And currently he is the heading the department of pain medicine at a very big corporate Yashoda Hospital, Sikandrabad. Yani that means Hyderabad, I believe, है ना? One and same thing, Hyderabad and Sikandrabad. So his area of interest is MSK ultrasound in pain neuromodulation, Young Pain Physician Award recipient in Hyderabad branch, and multiple publications. So I welcome Dr. Amarnath for this very important. And last but not the least, a very young pain physician who is leaving his mark and who happens to be our student as well from Dr. Ramanoluya, Shivani ma'am and mine, Dr. Shubhendu Singh. He is a pain medicine practitioner at Gorakhpur. So someone yesterday was talking about what about the tier 2, tier 3 and everything. So yes, we are penetrating to the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So welcome Shubhendu. So with the permission of the house, I am going to start this very important panel discussion, which we believe it is important for the aspiring pain physicians. Okay, then there are 2-3 questions. Then how to go for that? If you are an anesthesiologist, you have done your MD anesthesia, and now you want to go for pain medicine, you want to become a pain physician. So what is the right path for that? So what are the training opportunities? How to go about it? So ये यहाँ पे आ रहा है ना. हाँ, डॉक्टर मंजरी, आई रिक्वेस्ट you please deliberate on that, and other can also chip in later on. So time is 28 minutes. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, so an important question for all the aspiring pain physicians. And I'm really, I should mention this, that I have met minimum 4 to 5 anesthesia fellows from the second year in this conference that they have attained to they have come all the way from outside to Hyderabad to attend this conference because they wanted to learn what is pain medicine. Really a very good step. So I should say this, that we have chronic pain management in our curriculum of anesthesia, and that's a very good thing. We should go and see in the pain department what is going on. So that will give you that you should be an aspiring pain physician. Once you are finished with MD anesthesia, there are multiple choices to undergo a training. The best is there is a 1-year fellowship, which is there are many training centers affiliated to ISSP. It's a full-time 1-year fellowship which is paid, and then you get the degree of FIPM. The second important, now there are FNB courses, MD courses, so you can go for that. There are PDCC courses which are long way back. So now there are many opportunities to have this training, a proper documented training. So that's the way we should go for it. So go for any one of this, and definitely not a short-term trainings of 3 months, 6 months for a proper starting the practice. That I will end here, but somebody can add on this if they want.
So that means that you are saying that one should go for the formal.
Formal training, definitely a formal
Nishad,
training.
would you like to add something?
If we want to practice as a pain physician, first we should think that we should change our parent specialty as anesthesiology. It is totally, I can say it is totally different from anesthesiology. If you are planning or to become a pain physician, full-time pain physician, it is always better to go for a minimum 1 year. 1 year is minimum actually. You can go for more like 2 years, 3 years, DM or FNB, that is better. But a minimum 1 year training we have to go, and we have to set up separate pain medicine department, or you have to practice your own pain clinic. Then only you can develop your pain career. If you are still practicing anesthesia along with that you are doing pain, then it will be difficult to build up your pain career. You can, it will be easier to work, but pain side you will be busy with the anesthesia always, but your pain clinic or your pain OPD will not grow if you are doing as a part-time pain work.
So you are basically saying that if you want to become a pain physician, be dedicated to the training of pain medicine. So just to add, Dr. Amarnath, you can also say something about.
Yeah, as I just vouch for what Dr. Nishad told. Formal training, in fact, proper credentialing is important, and I think minimum 1 year is mandatory, and all the crash courses and short-term courses should be phased out. That's what I feel, because even they're terming as FIPM and they're starting up pain clinics without much exposure to the assessment of pain, just becoming a block jockeys.
That is not
pain
right.
medicine
So
is not
we,
just
the
your
house is
procedures.
agreed, the panel is agreed that there should be, one must go for the formal long-term training on the field of pain medicine, and you want to become a pain physician, you have to completely dedicated, you need to be completely dedicated to the field of pain medicine. So just to add one thing, that there are multiple educational opportunities, Dr. Manjari has already mentioned them. They start from the DM pain medicine at 3 places now, FNB pain medicine at 7 places now, PDCC, PDF, university recognized course, and then there is FIAPM. So there is a list which is being displayed at the ISSP stall, just at the entry. Please visit that and see, look at it. Apart from that, for the short-term courses, we will come to later. I just want to add, for the young people, when they are at the crossroads in their life, it is sometimes difficult to choose कि what is better for my career. वो उसका क्रिटिकल केयर भी अच्छा लगता है, पेन भी अच्छा लगता है, और एनेस्थीसिया भी अच्छा लगता है, न्यूरो एनेस्थीसिया भी अच्छा लगता है. तो ये these short term courses can help you making your mind whether it is your cup of tea or not to go and pursue for the long term courses. So with this I come to next question. That again this comes to Nishad, because Nishad perhaps जितने लोग बैठे हैं मुझे छोड़कर इस पैनल में सबसे पहले फॉर्मल ट्रेनिंग करा है in the form of PDCC around, now it's almost 10 years I believe, 12 years. So yeah, so Nishad can tell you his journey, how did he started his.
Actually, after MD anesthesia, so my interest was in pain, but because always after MD anesthesia we'll have some financial crisis, so we go for anesthesia practice. After 2 years of practice, I realized that in anesthesia it will be like I was in a private
No,
setup.
you please tell us about the after you completed the PDCC pain
So
medicine
after-
from BHU Varanasi.
After I did PDCC from SCPJ, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Yes,
So, it
I
was
did a
again, there were actually 2 PDCC courses. First was that BHU, second was started 2 years after BHU at SGPJ. So
after
my
doing
bad.
1 year PDCC, so I went back to Kerala. So where nobody knows. The first question was like, what is this pain medicine? Nobody knows what is pain medicine, what is this specialty. They are well known about pain and palliative care. In Kerala, it is well known already, pain and palliative. So they told you are pain and palliative. No, I told it is this different branch. I am pain medicine. And luckily I got an opportunity in a corporate setup to set up a pain medicine. So first thing I asked them was, I need a separate department of pain medicine.
Where
So-
did you ask this thing? In the medical college or in
No,
the
it was in a private
private
corporate
hospital?
corporate
Okay,
hospital.
great.
So where I worked as an anesthetist, the same hospital I went back as a pain medicine. So I told I want a separate department.
Great.
Because that was a difficult decision also. So you are alone.
Yeah.
That's a negative part is when after training, that is I am lucky that I got a chance to get a separate department. But we have to.
Then how did it go? Like how did you able to generate the funds and revenues?
So initially they supported me. So I could convince them that this is a new specialty. We have a lot of opportunities and pain volume is big. So we can just directly go to the public. So initially all colleagues, like all surgeons were my colleagues only because I was working anesthesia there. So I talked to them also. But actually, usually, when initial practice, you'll get to more of a psychiatric patients referrals because all somatization
Okay.
disorders will be referred to us
So initially,
from other
but you
departments. So
did you have
initially
the initial jerk, financial jerk, initially in comparison to the what your anesthesia practice was earlier?
Yeah, it's like if you get an opportunity in a private setup, you will get a minimum fixed salary. So it is not a big issue. So second thing is to get patient was difficult. When you are in a new, you are started a pain medicine department, you have to generate income or you have to generate patients. So that was a difficult part. But back to actually, luckily, if your team support you, like a hospital marketing team support you, initially you will get some patient, and that patients will bring the other patients.
Other
So that's the
patients.
only
Mouth
way
to
we
mouth
can
publicity
go.
is very important. Yeah. So one last thing, that when did you thought that when did you think that I should leave the corporate job and open your own center? You are owning your own center now.
After still I am working there in the corporate, but I am
Okay.
just visiting consultant there. But mainly after 1 or 2 years, what I realized was this department pain and medicine is not growing because there will be some hesitance in the corporate setup. They have to stop your marketing because the other surgical colleagues like ortho or
Yeah, yeah.
neurosurgeons will
Competitive branches are there, always
they-
there. Yes.
usually they will block it.
True.
So what we have to do is our own marketing. We have to show ourselves. So it is better when you start your own practice or your clinic, you can promote yourself.
Great,
So
great.
that I went to the public directly.
So this
So-
is a game of daring, you know, I can say. So with this, yeah, Manjari want to add
I
something?
would just like to add a thing. He started in his practice as a corporate. When I started my own clinic, and there, what you were asking. So
Yeah.
that financial waiting period, of
Yes.
course, it is there. The first investment, of course, it is there. So as Dr. Anurag rightly said, daring is most important, and a waiting period of, as in all the businesses we have, 1,000
All the
days.
clinical branches, I would
all
say.
the clinical branches, or even in a, we should say as
Other
a
business.
business,
Yeah,
other
business.
businesses.
Yeah,
A
true.
1,000 days, you should be ready
Yeah,
for
yeah.
it.
So we are going to have a separate panel discussion on the business of pain medicine as well for the first time in the history of ISS. I believe. And with this, I come to the next question. पीछे कैसे जाएंगे? हाँ. So this is also must be in the mind of many people because many of us are working in the medical colleges. So here I believe कि I am the only one perhaps who is working in a medical college. So मैं ये अपना share कर देता हूँ. देखो there are two set of medical colleges. One is government medical college and second is private medical college. And the rule of game are actually different in both of the places. In government medical college, we are bound by the government rules and regulations, which and our government colleges employs us as the employee of Department of Anesthesia, because barring from the only department of dedicated pain medicine at GSVM Medical College Kanpur, Dr. Chandrasekhar must be here as well. In entire India, in the government, there is no other dedicated department of pain medicine till now. So we have to join the anesthesia department, then it becomes the game of wit and convince and dedication and hard work and continuous struggle. But results are amazing. Ultimately, your colleague understand that yes, this is a person who wants to pursue the pain medicine as a super specialty branch, and he is bringing results. He is dedicating himself completely, and he is ready to leave everything else. The last line is most important. That if you want to pursue the pain medicine, you have to leave regional anesthesia for one of your colleague. You have to leave critical care to another colleague. You have to leave neuroanesthesia to another colleague. You can't play in all the fields and then claim, let me spare from the OT and ICU. But I will go to the regional anesthesia conference. No. So we need to understand that regional anesthesia, onco-anesthesia, palliative care, neuroanesthesia, critical care, they all are distinct super specialties of anesthesiology, like the pain medicine. So if you want to pursue one, you have to leave others so that there is no injustice with your colleagues. So it is very important because और उसमें भी दूसरा क्वेश्चन क्या आता है, हमको कुछ चाहिए तो पहले हमको छोड़ना पड़ेगा. So when I say that I have forgotten anesthesia, I am a professor in anesthesiology in a AIIMS-like institute, and still I say, and we have left our PG candidates. We are no more taking the thesis candidates, which is also a big thing. We are no more taking the role of internal examiners. We are not going to the anesthesia mainstream conferences, regional anesthesia. We are not going to AORA. So we have to leave something before we can demand something. So it is, but why it is important to stay in the government institute, some of us at least, because the seat of education is and will always be the government institutions. The ultimate recognition will come through the government institutions. And this is the reason we are trying as a ISSP body, with the help of all colleagues, to convince the NMC to recognize pain medicine as a distinct super specialty branch. That will open the way and force the medical colleges to open the department of pain medicine, separate department of, like it has happened with the emergency medicine in last 10-15 years. I believe most of us know this thing. So we are working on the many fronts. So yes, in government it is also very much possible to do it, but it certainly demands a different set of struggle and fight. So, but it is doable. So with this I come to the next question. इसमें कुछ अगर किसी को जोड़ना हो तो चलो फिर डॉक्टर अमरनाथ रेड्डी, you are late entrant, but I was fortunate that I met him yesterday and I came to know about his journey, which was very much interesting, and I thought that he's a blessing in disguise for our listeners. So you know the question that how to break a career in pain medicine in the corporate hospital. He's working in one of the biggest corporate hospital of this entire region, and
being from this city, Hyderabad, I did my 2 years of chronic pain fellowship in Canada, and prior to that, I already had the FIPM degree. But at that time, I was doing anesthesia and pain. It wasn't fetching much in a corporate hospital. You're always recognized as an anesthetist at that point. That's the reason I just wanted some extra credentialing. I went to Canada, did my fellowships, and when the only thing in my mind was like, whether should I start my own clinic or should I get into the corporate side? When I came back in 2023, there was almost so many pain clinics mushroomed in Hyderabad, and there is some friction happening between the other specialties. Then there's a lot of chronic pain burden, even in chronic pain hospital, in corporate hospitals, which hasn't been addressed. When I looked at, there are only few recognized pain specialists in corporate hospitals, even today in Hyderabad. Then, as you said, like Yashoda is one of the leading hospitals, and when I approached them, actually they said like, you have to do both anesthesia and pain. Then I was very clear, that I need to do only anesthesia, but they were, the next question was...
Only anesthesia, only pain?
Sorry, only pain. Sorry. Then from the initially there can be some difficulties in breaking the revenue barrier, but you have to convince the management that just give the breathing space of couple of months, and you can pinch your department in the hospital. You can establish as a pain department, not associated with department of anesthesia, and try to convince your CEO or the medical director.
So I would like to interject here. I would like to slightly more open your journey slightly. That once you went to the corporate hospital, whom did you contact? Did you contact the HR people, like you are bringing a new super specialty on the table, or did you go and met with the HOD of anesthesiology
No,
department?
through the HR, I directly went and met the director of the hospital actually.
Like any other super specialist
Any-
or clinician
yeah.
will do.
That
Okay,
time
so
the
this
only question was-
distinction is important to understand why the young and aspiring pain physicians, especially after doing the DM, FNB, PDCC, PDF, FIAPM courses, the how to approach and whom to approach. Please elaborate that.
Yeah. I directly approached the main director of the hospital, and his question was like there was a pain physician who was doing both anesthesia and used to do some pain blocks. They still have that always feeling that just go do
Pain medicine matlab block.
pain management, but that is totally entirely a different spectrum. Pain medicine itself is a separate specialty. Now it's a super specialty. Then I tried to convince that even in Canada I did exclusively pain. This is what my training is, my credentials are. Then he understood the importance of pain medicine. Then he agreed for that to give me a separate OPD and not reporting to Department of Anesthesia and having a dedicated pain nurse and also a physician assistant to look after the other logistics.
Here I would like to
Department of
ask you a
Pain.
little bit thing. What happens? Like pain medicine is a clinical branch. You have good days, you have wonderful days, you have bad days.
Yeah.
So what on the bad days, what happens if does someone comes you and ask you, please sir, खाली बैठो 2 PSC कर दो, एक ICU का राउंड ले दो, ऐसा होता है क्या कभी?
शायद मैं पहले was very clear with my roles and my responsibilities कहाँ पे क्या करना है बोल के. Once initially if you start doing that, then there is no coming back.
No
actually.
coming back. Yeah, this is a very important panel discussion for the aspiring pain physician, especially for our students of IAPM, FIAPM, PDCC, DM, FNB. So please listen and note down these things. These all are the actual doers of their lives. So इनमें से कोई बात भी theoretical नहीं है भैया.
Because also they might convince you that 2 days pain OPD karo, then 3 days anesthesia. Again, that is not going to lead you anywhere as a special as a identity in pain medicine.
Yes.
You need to have your OPD, no matter even if you don't have patients or have patients.
लेकिन
you
आपको
sit in your
sustain
OPD.
करना है. You have to persevere.
Yeah.
With this, I
So one
you
thing
want to
I can add is, if there is a resistance, like if there is no OPD initially and they are asking what you do extra, so you can add a acute pain service. That is also pain. So
Okay,
you are not doing
actually,
anesthesia.
I
we
have
can
a
agree
mixed
to
opinion on
disagree.
this.
We can agree to disagree because acute pain, especially the perioperative pain, comes under the purview of the perioperative care, which is the part of our mother branch doing.
If they are not doing, if
If
anesthesia
they are
people are
not
not
doing,
doing,
no, still,
anesthesia pain
still, we
Still,
should push
even
them.
I
We should ask
disagreed for
them.
that because generally even in Yashoda there will always be around 18 to 25 epidurals for any
Yes,
of the
yes.
post-surgical patients, and if you start doing the APS rounds for all the patients,
Again, you are
half
over.
of your day is done.
So
that
with
is not-
that, thank you. With that, time is also limited. With that, I come to the this question, which is again very pertinent because again, India is full of variables. छोटा अस्पताल, बड़ा अस्पताल, क्लिनिक, बड़ी जगह, छोटी जगह, सब कुछ है हमारे यहाँ. तो उसी तरह के सबको अलग अलग challenges हैं. Everybody can't go to join the AIIMS. Everybody can't go and join the medical college. Everybody can't go and join a corporate. So बहुत सारे लोगों को प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस, एक्चुअल प्राइवेट प्रैक्टिस करनी, जहाँ दौड़ दौड़ के अपना एक छोटा सा क्लिनिक बना के स्टार्ट करना. फॉर दैट, शुभेंदु in a small city of Gorakhpur, please share your story.
Thank you, sir, for this opportunity. Freelancing as a pain physician, sir, not a easy task because initially when I was in college, I think like in college we don't know about the market. We don't know about the people awareness, doctor awareness about this thing. So when I went to Gorakhpur, went back and meet physicians, neurosurgeons, neurologists, many people I think all people don't know about pain medicine. Though they only know about pain management.
No, Shubhendu, that is okay. You
So-
tell us what is that, because you have done 6 months of anesthesia practice as well. Then
3
you
months, sir.
came and
Yes,
brief में बताना है और वो ऐसे बताना है.
Sir,
Specific points बताओ.
When I completed my MD, I go for freelancing anesthesia practice. And उसके बाद मुझे समझ आया कि एनेस्थीसिया में
मुझे तुमको पेन करना था.
पेन करना था सर, बिल्कुल, क्योंकि एनेस्थीसिया में मुझे जो
तुम जो पैसा
होता
कमा
है,
रहे
वो-
थे, लेकिन बाकी तुम्हें जो चाह रहे थे
पैसा
उसमें नहीं
सर
मिला.
बहुत ज्यादा था, लेकिन पेन मतलब मेरा मन वही था, पेन का ही. उसके बाद से फिर मैंने डेडिकेटेडली 1 साल का इन हाउस
PDCC किया, उसके बाद की बताओ स्टोरी.
फिर उसके बाद सर मतलब एनेस्थीसिया के
टाइम इज
कंपैरिजन
शॉर्ट, इसलिए थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा होगा। तो ऐसा लगा मैं अभी भी टीचर वाला रोल नहीं छोड़ रहा हूँ, उसको पहले जा रहा हूँ। तो है, बट ही इज हैबिचुअल। वैसे कई लोग बैठे हैं यहाँ पे जो इस बात को रियलाइज करेंगे ऐसा ही है। टेक इट और लीव इट।
एनेस्थीसिया के कंपैरिजन में सर, इफ आई कैन गिव यू अ फिगर, लाइक एनेस्थीसिया में अगर मैं पर मंथ 5 लाख कमा रहा था, पेन में मैं 50,000 भी नहीं कमा पा रहा था। बट
It is important.
स्टिल मैं अभी एनेस्थीसिया का एक भी केस नहीं कराता हूँ। सर ने जैसा बोला कि अगर खाली बैठने पे कॉल आता है, मेरे पास अभी भी कॉल आते हैं कई, बट सर मैं नहीं जाता हूँ और डेडिकेटेडली मैं पेन कर रहा हूँ वहाँ पे। अभी 1 साल के बाद का ये रिजल्ट है कि अब मुझे पेन के लिए रिकॉग्निशन मिल गई है वहाँ पे। मतलब रिकॉग्निशन इन द सेंस अमॉन्ग द फिजिशियन, डॉक्टर्स एंड द पेशेंट, बाय एडवर्टाइजिंग, बाय अवेयरनेस, एवरीथिंग। सो अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा पेशेंट फ्लो आया है आफ्टर 1 साल का अच्छा खासा मेहनत करने के बाद। सर को मैं हमेशा कांटेक्ट करता रहता हूँ, फ्रस्ट्रेट होता रहता हूँ कि सर मैं क्या करूँ।
सर को नहीं, मतलब एवरीबॉडी, रुपेश को भी करते हो और
हाँ,
मतलब सबको करते हो।
सीनियर्स को कांटेक्ट करके कि बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेटिंग है इनिशियल में, बट उसके बाद जो सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलता है, आई मस्ट से सर, मैं अभी जितने भी एंडोस्कोपिक प्रोसीजर्स, एडवांस वर्टिब्रोप्लास्टी, काइफोप्लास्टी वगैरह, उसके बाद पेशेंट का सेटिस्फेक्शन, माउथ टू माउथ मार्केटिंग जो होती है, वो आपको कभी भी रिप्लेस नहीं कर सकती है। उसके बाद से फिर जो रिकॉग्निशन मिलेगा, पेशेंट फ्लो आएगा, वो अभी मैं 3 दिन की कॉन्फ्रेंस में आया हूँ सर। मैं आपको फ्रेंकली स्पीकिंग, मैं कुछ मतलब बड़ा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, बट अभी मेरा 3 केस का, मैं जाते ही मेरा बुकिंग है, कल से कॉल आ रहा है।
So,
सर इतना तो थोड़ा करना पड़ता है।
इतना मतलब बेसिकली ये है कि यू नीड टू हैव द पेशेंस।
Yes.
अब ये चारों लोगों का, क्योंकि चारों लोगों का इसी तरह का जर्नी रहा है कि दे वर डूइंग एनेस्थीसिया, देन दे केम इनटू द पेन मेडिसिन। चारों लोग बताओ, हैव यू एवर रिग्रेटेड योर डिसीजन? ये इट वुड हैव बीन बेटर कि मैं दोनों चीजें कर रहा होता या मैं वही कर रहा होता, क्योंकि बहुत सारा देखो फाइनेंशियल लॉस तो हुआ है, शुरू में तो हुआ है ना। तो ये भी थोड़ा भैया चारों लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा बताओ, फिर अपन एक क्वेश्चन।
No, I have never regretted. In fact, I have done almost my 12 years of anesthesia practice before I started pain. I always had at a point of time to go into critical care or into pain. I decided to go into pain. I did almost 1.5 year of my fellowship. When I did fellowship, there was no formal training was there. Then with the various conferences and with my teacher, Dr. Kochari, I did 1 year of fellowship. And then I started my own clinic. But I will never regret that I came into pain practice.
Great.
As I said, patience is very important. in
Patience
this.
and perseverance.
That is true actually. For me also, after starting pain, I didn't look back actually. And after 12 years of practice, now I can proudly say that at that time, along with my colleagues in anesthesia department, compared to all of them, I have recognition because patient knows me now as a pain specialist, not as an anesthetist. And income wise also, financially also, it is far better than anesthesia. If
No,
you
it is
you
not
persist
necessary
in
that it can
pain.
be, it can be low, it can be more, it can be either way. So that doesn't make any difference. But you are satisfied with what you are doing. You are not missing. This is what the important point is.
No, it was my conscious decision to leave anesthesia and get into pain, so I don't have any
Regret for that.
and I'm happy with the pain management.
You are struggling. तब अपना बताओ कि क्या मन करता है कि जो तैर के निकल जाए किनारे उधर?
नहीं सर, मेरा पहले से ही मन था पेन का ही। मैंने एनेस्थीसिया ज्वाइन ही इसीलिए किया था। और सर आपको पता है, मैंने एचओडी सर के चैम्बर में ये बात बोली थी, आपने कमेंट किया था कि पास नहीं हो पाएगा तू एमडी एनेस्थीसिया।
तो खैर वो तो एक अलवा थी। तो कुल मिला के बात भाई ये है सबकी कि पेशेंस एंड परसिवरेंस, दिस इज द 2 key virtues you need to have. We have time for one question from the house, if anybody, especially in the sitting on the back side. हाँ प्लीज माइक ले लो, जोर से बोल दो, वहीं से थोड़ी कमी लोगे, सुनाई पड़ी जाएगा। माइक ले लो भैया। अरे ऐसे बोल दे, आगे आके बोल दे यार।
My question to Amar sir. So, when you are practicing, like first you are doing a few days as anesthetist or few days as a pain, because in a corporate it's very difficult. We have to show the numbers and all those things. Can you comment on this? Because in corporate, like in even nowadays, pain, like internal medicine people, they are referring patient who is coming for pain. They're like, they don't diagnose completely and they are sending to the orthopedics. I'm getting the people from orthopedics. That's
Okay,
I'm
so you
happy.
mean to say कि
And-
referral नहीं होता corporate में, तो what is your
No,
opinion?
no, I'm practicing full time in pain.
Sir,
not to-
mine are 2 questions. Like
पहले
first
इतना तो
one,
जवाब
like
सुन ले भाई.
So I know it will be difficult, but in the first meeting or discussion when you enter into the pain practice as a pain specialist, you have to be very clear that I need a separate OPD and I'll be sitting all the days. I know initially it will be tough to break in, but you should always say that give me the time wherein I can meet people, I can get the referral base. Don't depend on one specialty, because even chronic pain burden in hospitals span specialties. Even you can get
So
patients
that
from
means
nephro.
one more thing. Are you completely dependent on the जो उसका question का part है? Are you completely dependent on the referrals, or you are doing all of you are doing your own marketing as well?
I'm doing my own some part of marketing apart from the referral based, but I get around 40% of my patients on my own and 60%
Great.
through the referral based.
That answers your question, I believe. Second question
Yes.
क्या है पूछो?
like starting this, you practiced anesthesia and pain, or like you completely when you
No,
entered
he
into the
said it
corporate,
earlier.
you
He
completely
didn't-
left anesthesia.
No, last
personal question
last
is-
5 years I haven't started. I
After
did
coming
any
back from
anesthesia.
Canada, he
Yeah.
joined as the pain physician at a corporate hospital. Am I right?
Yes, yes,
This
yes.
is he said. You missed that part. And for about the referral practice, let me tell you about our practice in a government institute. We have got 80% practice patients coming directly with our marketing, with our patient mouth to mouth. Only 20% on oncology. We inform everybody. We never beg for the referrals.
And one thing I just want to tell you that you need to highlight the scope of services what you can provide. When it's still people that okay, pain
Yes.
specialists say, call it drugs like the opioids or some injections. They don't know anything about
Great.
neuromodulation
you have to
or
tell
any
them
other
what-
advanced
what you-
procedures.
What
That
you can
thing you
offer. One another question. We have 1 minute left. Any other question from the back side? Please, please.
I'm Dr. Sunny. I'm also working in a private setup. It is said in a corporate setup that the most important support system from the management is that if your medical director who has appointed you and they are not asking for the first 1 to 2 years of your practice कि आपने किया क्या है, that is the most important support system
That
which you
is-
get. और जो खाली टाइम
How to overcome that?
खाली टाइम की जो बात है, खाली टाइम के अंदर आपको अपनी मार्केटिंग एक्टिविटीज, अपना एकेडमिक्स, इस सबको करना है. जो रेफरल्स की भी बात है कि 80% ऑफ रेफरल्स आर कमिंग डायरेक्टली टू यू इन द पेन डिपार्टमेंट, दैट विल
No referrals. Direct patients.
डायरेक्ट पेशेंट्स, वॉकिंग
Yes, no
पेशेंट्स आर
referrals.
कमिंग. वो तभी आएंगे जब इनिशियल डेज ऑफ आवर
वो आपको
प्रैक्टिस जो है वो
effort
एफर्ट
तो करना ही
मारना
पड़ेगा.
पड़ेगा.
Yes. Thank you.
एक बात मैं बस 20 सेकंड में बात ऐड कर रहा हूँ. एक बात समझ लो, फॉर एनी ब्रांच टू एग्जिस्ट फाइनेंशियल्स आर द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट.
अरे अगले पैनल में वही तो बात करोगे.
एक लाइन में बोल रहा हूँ सर, एक लाइन में. सो अपनी एडवर्टाइजमेंट खुद करनी है, अपने पेशेंट खुद लाने हैं.
हिंदी में बोले तो अपना ढोल खुद बजाना है.
डिपेंडेंट और रेफरल प्रैक्टिस नहीं चलती, लोग नहीं रेफर करते. आप 500 मीटिंग करो, डॉक्टर टू डॉक्टर पेशेंट्स नहीं आते. आपको मासिस को खुद रीच करना पड़ेगा. कभी आप लेक्चर वो रखना, मार्केटिंग कैसी होती है इस पे बात कर सकते हैं. थैंक यू.
So
Very much true, sir.
with this, we are just in time, and thank you for the input, thank you for the question, thank you for the interaction, and thank you, special thanks for sharing your life stories, which is not easy actually. Many times we don't like to tell our struggles, our failures. It is very difficult, and this is the reason to choose. Every one of them has been handpicked for the reason that they must tell, and with the request they must tell their true life stories, so that you come to know things right in time. With this, I thank you all, especially my panelists. Let's have a photograph together and then